Once reserved for toddlers and the elderly, AI-generated short-form content has exploded in popularity among people my age. A parody of Love Island featuring anthropomorphic fruits has amassed millions of views on TikTok. The account behind it, AI Cinema, has garnered 3.2 million loyal followers from this content. Fruit Love Island has become a flashpoint for issues including AI water use, environmental degradation, and intellectual property theft. Many have expressed their outrage towards viewers of the series who they claim are complicit in the harm AI is causing to the environment and artists. While it's true that generating AI videos uses vast amounts of energy and natural resources, watching any video on TikTok, an app powered by polluting data centers, is environmentally damaging, whether the video was made by humans or AI. It's clear there's something uniquely irritating about Fruit Love Island because other environmental scourges like steak dinners or Mediterranean cruises do not receive nearly as much hate. Perhaps it's the fact that its existence is blatantly frivolous and the internet is polluted with low-quality content like it. Moreover, the technology that produces it promises to leave us poor and unemployed while making tech oligarchs rich and powerful. AI slop is the most visible kind of pollution generated by late-stage capitalism, and it's far easier to identify and criticize than the root causes of societal collapse. AI Fruit Love Island mirrors its reality TV counterpart in all aspects other than the fact that the islanders are fruits. The show is hosted by a busty Kiwi in a sparkly green cocktail dress, opening each episode with the words, "Welcome back to Fruit Love Island," while doing some sort of island-themed activity like golfing, ziplining, or water skiing with the boat behind her instead of pulling her from the front. The characters are all supposed to resemble fruits and have fruit names like Orangelo, Grapenzo, Mangella, etc. The design of these characters varies greatly. Some are extremely on the nose with their entire head shaped like a fruit. Others have a human body with the only cue that they're a fruit being that they have unnaturally colored skin and hair. The more abstract designs make things confusing, as it's hard to tell that this guy's a dragon fruit, for instance, when all you have to go off of is his spiky hair and measles infection. The entire fruit aspect of Love Island has no influence on the plot, by the way. Besides the names and character designs, there's no fruit puns or any indication in the script that the characters are not human, which is disappointing. Despite its popularity, Fruit Love Island doesn't hold a candle to the show that inspired it, yet it's similar enough to attract the same audience. Because Love Island is formulaic and far from high art, some aspects of it are easy to replicate, while others remain out of reach. Though AI can faithfully reproduce the structure of the show, Fruit Love Island is held back by the limits of current generative AI tools. The characters' mouth movements are barely in sync with the wooden ChatGPT generated dialogue.
I'm feeling great this morning. My Mangela is with me and we're official.
There are multiple visual hiccups in certain shots, like when part of this golf cart disappears, or when the host's fingers merge into each other. Additionally, current AI video generation tools limit the length of shots to only a few seconds. This results in weird jump cuts in the middle of scenes and choppy editing.
Finally, I'm so happy for you. About time.
The AI-generated voices sound quite robotic as well. The host sounds like Amazon's Alexa.
Welcome back to Fruit Love Island.
Welcome back to Fruit Love Island.
And the other characters don't sound much better. I imagine the quality of Fruit Love Island will improve as AI tools are upgraded, but the one thing that AI may never replicate is the spontaneity of reality TV. The original Love Island is compelling because of the mercurial temperaments of the islanders, who are isolated from the outside world and placed under constant surveillance. I find Fruit Love Island rather boring because there's not nearly enough drama, but it is nonetheless extremely successful, amassing millions of views and likes per episode. Part of its success relies on novelty. AI fruit stories were relegated to YouTube Shorts, and all of them were made for an audience of toddlers. The creator of Fruit Love Island took a successful format and brought it to a new audience of adults by creating a parody of a TV mature-rated show. This filled a gap in the market as there's not nearly enough AI brain rot made for adults, and Love Island is an easy target for parody as it's somewhat brain rot in its own right. The length of these Fruit Love Island TikToks and lack of any real plot makes for perfect videos to leave playing on your counter while you're doing your hair or brushing your teeth. The absurd nature of these videos has also made them the talk of the town, and people watch them occasionally just to leave hate comments. The discourse surrounding this series has likely garnered more views than the videos themselves, so that has no doubt propelled them into virality. Fruit Love Island is made possible by a very specific set of economic conditions. This kind of content is a cash printing machine. Each video likely makes thousands of dollars through TikTok's creator rewards program. With minimal production costs and almost no barrier to entry, whipping up a 2-minute episode of Fruit Love Island is no doubt a breeze. This format is infinitely repeatable and easy to rip off, as indicated by the 1,000,001 copycat accounts featuring similar content. Once a TikTok account gets 10,000 followers and accumulates 100,000 video views in a 30-day period, it becomes eligible for monetization. A single video can get these metrics overnight, which is why so many have cashed in on the format's success. This content wouldn't turn a profit if their creators paid the actual cost of generating countless variations of AI videos on power-hungry, expensive computers, but luckily the AI bubble has subsidized these costs with billions of investor dollars. Anyone can generate as many videos as they want if they subscribe to services like Runway ML, which cost less than $100 a month. The success of Fruit Love Island and the overall explosion of AI slop have made people furious, not at tech billionaires or even the makers of the AI content, but at consumers of AI videos. To critics, it's not worth sacrificing our clean drinking water and part of our humanity by watching AI-generated brain rot. I think the anger is misdirected, as trying to restrain the human urge to consume slop entertainment is rather difficult. It's likely easier to stand in the way of companies that are enabling the slop epidemic. Regulations have restrained companies from destroying the environment in the past. That's why our rivers aren't on fire because of pollution like they were in 1969. The government reining in big tech would be the most effective way to limit the damage caused by generative AI. AI is just statistics and computer code after all. It's not inherently harmful. If we build more wind and solar plants to replace the polluting gas turbines powering data centers and mandate that all cooling systems must be closed loop, emissions and water usage would be less of a concern. On a local level, shutting down proposals to build data centers in our neighborhoods would slow the rapid expansion of AI use. Moreover, an overhaul of copyright laws that protect artists would stop companies from stealing their work to train AI. What I'm saying is that generating AI Fruit Love Island videos is harmful, but that harm is a product of the unregulated hellscape we live in, and not entirely because young people enjoy watching AI slop. That's not to say that consumption of AI slop does not drive demand for it. These videos exist because they get views and make money, but both their popularity and economic viability are in jeopardy. AI is still relatively new, and social media users are still willing to consume content generated with the technology. This may not be the case in a few years. Not only might social media users grow tired of AI slop in their feeds and choose not to engage with it, but platforms may change their monetization programs and algorithms to try and reduce the amount of low-quality AI content that sees the light of day. YouTube, one of the most lucrative platforms for creators of AI slop, has already signaled that they will crack down on content farms that generate AI videos. Recent AI backlash has emphasized the role of human creativity in content creation and has spurred companies to reward authenticity. Some emerging platforms, such as Jack Dorsey's reboot of Vine, claim they will ban AI content entirely. It's also likely that AI videos will cost significantly more money to produce in the future when the investor money currently subsidizing data center costs dries up. Most of these AI content farms are based in low-income nations, and when AI video generation tools suddenly cost $1,000 a month to use, they might close up shop. This is assuming AI video generation platforms will still exist in any profitable form at all. Presumably due to cost-saving measures, OpenAI announced on Tuesday that they will be shutting down Sora, their flagship video generation app, and stop developing AI video technology entirely. I hope that's the canary in the coal mine for the whole industry. Perhaps I'm wrong and AI slop is here to stay. Slop has existed and was popular online long before AI came onto the scene. A decade ago, it was made with love by underpaid millennial BuzzFeed employees chained to their desk for 15 hours a day in their swanky open office. Today, it's generated with AI, with a report from the SEO firm Graphite indicating that over 50% of articles produced from 2020 to 2025 contain AI-generated text. ChatGPT did not start the flood of slop on the internet. It merely increased the volume of it. It's also worth noting that AI tools improve greatly with each update to the technology. Though Fruit Love Island videos today are barely watchable, there might come a day where they will rival the quality of the actual show. This could be 5 years away or 25 years away, but I'm not overly concerned about that because if AI gets that good, I'll likely have bigger fish to fry. Me and my fellow YouTube yapologists will be out of a job if that happens, that's for sure. Though I'm praying for AI's downfall, I don't wish ill on the viewers of Fruit Love Island and purveyors of AI slop in general. TikTok users are not the ones building the data centers, after all. Billionaires are. Blaming them for the rapid expansion of AI technology is not entirely rational, as construction of data centers is driven by investor hype and not demand for AI video generation services. Currently, AI is not a viable product and cannot be evaluated from a supply and demand perspective because, as multiple CEOs have implied in recent months, all indications point to generative AI being a bubble. Hopefully, it will pop, preferably without everyone losing their retirement savings, and the government will crack down on companies that are polluting the air and water of entire neighborhoods. Will that happen under the current administration? Definitely not. But it's an important election year, so Pokemon go to the polls, everyone. Anyways, I'm Robert Tolpe, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye!